So the aql is the soul when it's directed towards intelligibles, towards the ma'qulat. You call it the aql. It's consciousness. I mean, consciousness is the great bugbear of materialists, because there's no material proof for consciousness. They can't reduce consciousness. There's a lot of attempts, but don't believe them ever when they say, oh, consciousness is just chemical exchanges in the body or something. Trust me, they don't even know. I mean, there's such a strong argument for realist philosophy, right? Because there's so many things. People will say to you, everything you know is through sensory perception. This is kind of a post-enlightenment modern man. Everything you know, there's nothing you can know. The mind is tabula rasa. There was nothing on it before you came into the world. Everything you've acquired is through sense perception. I mean, this is a modernist, materialistic argument. But these are fallacies. They're lies that have been perpetrated on modern people by sophists. And the sophists were the same type people that the ancients were dealing with. For instance, there is nothing in the world, nothing that indicates categories. Nothing. Categories are a complete creation of the mind. There's nothing in the world that says there's something, there's trees. There's nothing in the world that says there's trees. If you go out there and show me an oak tree, that's a name, but that thing, that is a unique thing. There's no other oak on the whole planet. And if you went and examined every single oak on the planet, you will find that they're different from that oak. Just like every human being is different from every other human being. Look at all the people in this room. Nobody is the same. We resemble each other. There's certain semblances. That's true. But to categorize us, the mind did that. The mind did that. Numbers don't exist in the world. This is two. Where did two come from? Well, there's two. There's 1, 2. And then plus 1 is 3. 1, 2, 3. The mind did that. That's not in the world. The mind put them together. And so mathematics is something that, where did that come from? Where did that ability to do that come from? And this is why Einstein said the only thing to him that was incomprehensible about the world was its comprehensibility. Why are we able to discern all this meaning? How did Newton figure out the universal law of gravity? How did he do that? Where was that? To take an apple falling and to universalize an individual event. That the mind did that. That wasn't in the world. His mind did that. So all of these, this modern madness of denying at least the possibility of the mind being outside of this world. That the mind, that consciousness itself is not a material thing. It's an immaterial thing. Just even that possibility, that is a rational proposition. It's not irrational. So this argument that somehow it's irrational, they're lying. That's all they're doing. They're lying. It's just they have chosen to side on materialism, not on spiritualism, or that there is something outside of the material. That's their choice, and that's fine. You made that choice, and you have to live with that choice. And if you die and there is an afterlife, you're going to have to deal with that choice also. But those people that choose the other view have, from our perspective, more rational proofs, because this idea that this, just popped into existence, just popped in, like my hand wasn't designed, and then you're going to tell me, well, it was a selfish gene. Selfish gene? Selfish gene? Like, where did it get its selfishness from? So the gene has a personality, and it happens to be a selfish personality as opposed to an altruistic gene? Really? I mean, think about just how they talk about it. And then natural selection did this. I've read their books. And then natural selection seems to just do a lot of things that it wants to do. Where did it get that will to do things? Where did it get the will? Where did the irada come from? Seriously. Don't be fooled by sophistry and by language and by... Think about these things at a deeper level. And some of you that are in universities, these people they've been brainwashed, they've been trained in certain ways of thinking, and it becomes really difficult for them to see. But if you've had, great teachers, or if you've read the great teachers of the past, these people weren't stupid people. Newton believed in an afterlife. He wasn't a stupid person. Isaac Newton wrote a commentary on the Bible. And half of their science is based on his insights. Really, without Newton, this modern world doesn't even exist. Leibniz believed in God. That's where they got their calculus from to deny God.